launch the business, move somewhere new, go back to school, rest, explore, fall in love with life again, discover who you actually are outside of survival mode. Those whispers are often the voice of your authentic self trying to guide you forward. But when your deepest desires threaten the emotional balance of the family system, you learn to silence them in order to survive. Because many dysfunctional families unconsciously teach children that individuality is dangerous. Growth is betrayal, autonomy is selfishness, and becoming fully yourself threatens the system. So instead of organizing your life around truth, curiosity, meaning, and expansion, you begin organizing your life around fear, obligation, guilt, emotional survival. And over time, many people start feeling frozen, small, disconnected from themselves. Not because they are broken, but because they abandoned their inner compass so long ago that they no longer know how to hear it clearly. I want to tell you about someone named Clara. As a child, Clara loved art and dreamed of becoming an illustrator. But her family constantly dismissed creativity as unrealistic and selfish. They wanted her to stay close, predictable, useful, so Clara ignored her instincts. She chose a career she hated because it kept everyone comfortable. And for years, she lived with a strange feeling she could never fully explain. Her life looked functional from the outside, but internally she felt emotionally absent from her own existence, like she was watching someone else live her life. Then one day, while sitting alone after another exhausting week, she asked herself a terrifying question. If nobody became angry, disappointed, or emotionally destabilized by my choices, what kind of life would I actually want? And the answer changed everything. Because healing often begins the moment you create enough distance from chaos to finally hear yourself again. Not the frightened survival self, not the guilt, not the conditioning. Your actual self, the part of you that has quietly been waiting beneath all the noise. And once you begin hearing that voice again, the next challenge begins. Having the courage to follow it, to slowly fill your life with what genuinely calls you forward, instead of what keeps you emotionally imprisoned in the past. This does not mean abandoning everyone overnight. It does not mean becoming cold or cruel. It means finally allowing your life to belong to you. So here's my question for you. What is one dream, instinct, desire, or direction you have silenced because you were afraid of disappointing your family or disrupting familiar dynamics? Maybe it's a relationship, a creative path, a move, a boundary, a career change, a healthier way of living. And then ask yourself a second question. If guilt and fear were no longer controlling my life, what would I do next? Sit with that answer carefully, because your inner compass may have been ignored for many years, but it is still there, quietly trying to guide you toward a life where you can finally recognize yourself again. May you become the adult you needed as a child. Want more practical information for healing from toxic family systems? Download your Break the Chains roadmap.